Thank you for providing me this opportunity to speak to this August gathering. Uh, Even if the moderator here had not introduced this panel as oil and gas panel or energy related panel, you could have guessed it, not because all of us sitting here would have had peculiar habits, but because we have peculiar faces, because we work in the field, most of us, and therefore most of us, with a couple of exceptions here, are rugged looking. In my case, it is even worse because I have been 40 years in the military, and then to top it off, I'm working now in the oil and gas sector, so that actually adds to the peculiarity or the ruggedness of the unsavory appearance, call it what you may. What I'll do is very quickly, based the colleague here already from OGDCL has already mentioned what Pakistan has to offer with regard to oil and gas. I'll be strictly talking about a company which I am the chief executive and the managing director of, is the Mari Petroleum Company. And it is one of the leading companies in Pakistan. It is the fastest growing company in Pakistan. And I will mention a few things about this company. We are part of a 4G group. It's a group which is loosely associated with the military, and that group has about 22 or 23 companies, and the energy is one part of that group. And therefore, by virtue of that, we bring to the table, in addition to our efficiency, and in addition to our cost effectiveness, we bring an environment which is more conducive to work with companies from outside. And we are looking for opportunities to work with our Egyptian companies and Egyptian friends. We are a public listed company, a limited company listed on the Pakistan Stock Exchange. We are an integrated E&P company. When I say integrated, we are obviously an upstream company. We do exploration and production. And we are integrated in the sense that we have our own seismic facilities, we have our own rigs, and our success ratio is one of the highest in the world. Yes, you heard me right. Our success ratio with regard to exploration is one of the highest in the world. The company operates Pakistan's largest gas field, having original recoverable reserves of 10.5 TCF, out of which now 5 TCF remain. So we actually are the custodians of the largest gas field currently in Pakistan. The current average gas production in case of Mari Petroleum is 740 million standard cubic feet of gas per day, and our oil production is not too much, but is about 2,000 barrels per day, but out of 80,000 barrels which Pakistan totally produces, 2,000 is done by Mari Petroleum. We are also responsible for providing gas to our fertilizer industry. 80% of the gas being provided to fertilizer industry in Pakistan is provided by Mari. And our portfolio obviously includes several operated and non-operated exploration licenses and so on and so forth, and we work across the country in Pakistan. Our exploration success ratio, as I said, is 70%. Next, please. We are currently joint venture partners with Premier Oil, MOL, which is a Hungarian company, Tullow, which is a British company, SPUD, PPL, and OGDCL, the last two Pakistani companies. And we have also worked with Total, OMV, and ENI in the past. MPCL has the lowest operational and production cost at the rate of $2.65 per barrel of oil equivalent. So this is the most efficient in contrast to some of the other companies working in Pakistan. We are now nearly $1 billion company. We had set ourselves a target goal of to get to $1 billion gross sales this year, but unfortunately because of the devaluation of the rupee against the dollar, we missed that, but we would still like to say that we are nearly $1 billion company. And we are the safest company in terms of health, safety, and environment standards, with total recordable case frequency of 0.11%. What we are looking at is our business expansion plan is that we want to expand through farm-in and bidding, and we are pursuing international E&P asset acquisition through farm-in as well as joint bidding. Investment in midstream, downstream, as well as diversification opportunities. We are going into power generation. We have low BTU gas, and because low BTU gas, as those of you are aware with the energy market, there's a capex, capital cost involved if you want to bring it to a level of a spec gas or a sweet gas. So therefore, the best utilization is for it to be used in power generation, and that is exactly what we are doing now. And this is the last slide. You will be happy to note that with regard to the priority regions that we have set for ourselves, Africa stands out. We are looking at other countries, but obviously Egypt, considering that Egypt has lately done so well with regard to exploration and production. So we are hoping that we can farm in and acquire working interest in an exploration acreage, acquire a producing asset with an upside exploration potential, and we can also offer you also a joint bidding with a reputable E&P company. What we are suggesting is that one of the models that can be followed is that while we try to farm in here with interested parties, you could farm in with Mari Petroleum in Pakistan, and thereafter work together, which will actually be mutually beneficial for the companies here as well as Mari Petroleum and other companies in Pakistan. So that concludes my briefing. Thank you very much for your attention and time, ladies and gentlemen.